7-year-old child, 7-year-old special needs child was physically abused by her school teacher, by an administrator due to retaliation. That's the allegation. Let me highlight the story. Let's put up a full picture. This young princess, her name is Amaria Clark. That's Amaria Clark in her home. A 7-year-old Florida girl has reported being bullied at school, saying her perpetrator was not another student, but her teacher. Her mother has hired a lawyer and plans to sue the school district after hearing about the teacher's alleged abuse and spotting bruises believed to be from the incident on her daughter's body. This story gets deeper. The teacher, who is a white woman, her name has been redacted from the police report obtained by the Miami New Times. This teacher has served the Miami-Dade County Public Schools for over 45 years. You have a 45-year educator here, okay? On September 29, 2021, Amaria Clark, the young girl I just showed you, a former student of the Air Base K-8 Center School in Homestead, Florida, told her mother that her teacher impeded her from getting on the school bus by gripping her wrist so forcefully that it left a mark. Guess what? There are witnesses. There are witnesses to this abuse. Witnesses, including Clark's older brother, saw the teacher pull the little girl down the bus steps and publicly accused her of stealing a cell phone, okay? Ada Clark, that's the victim's mother, says she was made aware of the incident after the children came home. She said, when my child gets off the bus, other children were all around me telling me what happened. It didn't make sense. But by the time I got to Amaria, her arms told it all. Now, I want to pause at this moment to highlight a fact that has been unreported. Other school teachers saw the bruising on this child and said nothing. Nobody called the parent and said, we see bruising on your child. We need you to come to the school. We need to figure out what's going on. Nobody went to the 7-year-old and said, honey, what happened? What happened right here? Nobody. Other 7- and 8-year-old children told the mother what happened to her child. That's how she found out, okay? All right, there's more to this story. The mother took the girl to the children's hospital, which she is supposed to do, took her to the urgent care unit and reported the assault to the Miami-Dade County Police Department, did everything she was supposed to do as a responsible mother. In their report, the police write that they did observe red bruises on the child's hands and wrist also. So you have the story being corroborated by the local police department. They said, yes, there is actual bruising here. Williams also alleges in the lawsuit filed on behalf of the family that Amaria's 14th Amendment due process and equal protection claims have been violated. The teacher's actions were also a violation of the American with Disabilities Act, assault and battery, false imprisonment, displayed negligence, and infliction of emotional and physical distress on a child. All true in my humble opinion. Then the school district gets involved. Now, what do you think the school district did? I mean, this is horrific. You have physical marks, you have multiple eyewitnesses, you have direct testimony of the 7-year-old child. What do you think the school system did? They defended the teacher. That's what they did. The school district released a statement saying the teacher did nothing wrong. What? These are serious allegations that were thoroughly investigated. As soon as they were first reported, the investigation was concluded with a finding of no probable cause. Another attorney for the family, Frank Allen, says that no investigation has cleared the teacher. There was no clearing, Attorney Allen rebutted. Once we get a chance to depose officials at the school, the teacher, and some of these students, then we'll see if she's cleared. Clark described her adopted daughter as loving, sweet, and kind. She further noted that the girl, who is also developmentally delayed, is not an evil child or vicious child. Lawyers representing the family say the teacher's actions were in retaliation because earlier they told school officials about mistreatment in the classroom. All right? Now here's what is happening with this story. You notice I didn't put a picture up of the mugshot of the teacher because there is none. Okay? There is none. The family, after doing exactly what they were supposed to do, documenting the incident with the police, taking the child to the hospital, filing an official complete police report. Still, they have to go the extra step of getting the federal government involved, the federal courts involved, because locally the school system is trying to cover it up. But we are going to expose it today. Jayar Jackson, what are your thoughts about this?
Very first thing, I read through this article and my blood pressure raised. I have a 10-year-old son and he's been through issues with teachers already. So this is a common thing. And I was like, 7-year-old girl was assaulted by her teacher who was upset about something that she didn't do, obviously. And if she had done it, still unwarranted, but put that aside. A 7-year-old girl was assaulted by a teacher and I was like, where is the police arrest part? Where's the, not there. Okay, next article. No arrest. Okay, so apparently she wasn't arrested. So I had to take that from the fact that I saw no one reported an arrest. And then I was like, well, the parent is saying she's gonna sue. I said, sue and see her in jail? I'm trying to figure when this is gonna get to the point where it's criminal activity, because that's exactly what it was. So what is it about being anywhere near school grounds or a school bus that would allow them to think this is something that's just off of the charts of normalcy or normal when it's actually the furthest from that? I'm on the Nextdoor app at home. I see people talk about homelessness and how they're destroying our communities, and I can't believe that tents up across my street. And if you guys walk out there, beware, there's unhoused people that are assaulting people on the streets because they're not in their right mind, you guys, be careful. What do we have to say about a woman who's in charge of children and then she assaults one of them in front of others on the spot in public? Are the police called immediately, and do they show up and snatch her and throw her on the ground and put handcuffs on her and say, you're one of these outrageous, off the wall people who's assaulting children that didn't know this was coming their way? Should they be watching their backs like the people on my Nextdoor app tell me to? Because she should. This is what happens. And then her thought, my last thought really fast before I finish, before my head gets hot here. She said that she stole a cell phone, and this is apparently a retaliation. Because somewhere in these folks' minds, they know if I accuse a black child of stealing something, I have a better opportunity for being believed, because society in general believes that black folks steal things. No matter what, we don't have to ask any questions. We don't have to look and see if this makes any sense. Let's just say it, because I know everyone will believe me. That's where she went with this.
Yeah, I concur with everything you said. According to the mother, there was no cell phone stolen. The child was accused and it was incorrect. But as you said, brother, even if a 7-year-old grabbed a cell phone, it does not warrant a physical assault that is so egregious, it literally leaves bruises and marks on the child. And remember, all of the children who saw it, those are the children who ended up telling the mother what happened to the 7-year-old daughter, okay? We're gonna continue to follow that story.